Hey there everybody, I'm Terry and this is another edition of An Orchid a Day. And today I felt like coming into the greenhouse and checking a little bit on some things, and I'm probably going to have to deal with some things as well. I'm calling them things, but I'm also, getting rid of purging things that are not performing up to par, especially if they're sitting in here and they're still not performing. Then they really need to go, because this is where all the tender stuff is, and the stuff that I do pay a little bit more attention to. I see that Galliandra down there is recovering nicely. It tried to rot on me, as you can see at the base. This is really a new acquisition that I am really looking forward to. This is the file that ended my relationship with romance. But for the most part, they're doing really well. Minus a few little ones that are going to be sad parting with, because these two are adorables. But for the most part, yeah, things are doing okay. My Bobos up here all have nice growths, and even my Medusa decided to finally come back alive. You see there's a growth there. And I don't see anything else, but literally you can see this is recovering. And it's been patience to get it to get it to that point. So let me put my camera back on, and let's get down to the grit of what I'm really about to do here. Besides checking on my Phalaenopsis, this also has the Yang Yang blueberry that I've been saying. Nice fragrance. So yeah, a little bit of mealybugs here. But I would say some of these, this is one that has some of those leaves. You can see the newer leaves. It's got that Phalaenopsis mix. There's new root tips growing into it. We'll keep checking that. This is my Joy Spring Canary that lost its spike, but I probably need to get this out of here. I probably do. Look, it's got dandelions growing in it, or whatever that is. Four-leaf clover. And you know what? I probably lost this because none of the canes feel firm at all. So, this will be on my list if ever run into one. I am not giving up on that one yet, but right now it is appearing to be a goner. That's a shame. That's my pride and joy, but I just did not give it enough in the wintertime. And so yeah, I need to really check on some stuff, get the hose out here and get rid of those mealybugs. But besides that little bit of stuff, things for the most part are fine. Still got some spikes here. Another spike developing there on that Echinolabium. And yeah. And back over here to this area of Phalaenopsis, which I'm probably going to be doing. So these are my corner cervis, and still putting up some blooms. Even in all this heat, they're getting a heat really here. Today it's going to be about 100, and then tomorrow it's going to run out 100. It's going to go 90. Heat index is about 100. Tomorrow it's going to be even more. They like all that air movement. It's very. I'll have to turn that fan up a bit, but I've shaded the area because they had been getting a bit too much sun, and I think they've responded pretty well for the most part. They all have lots of growth, nice roots, all of them. So, but what I need to do, I need to deal with a couple of things. I need to take care of this because this is the door that I come into, and this is constantly in the area of, I mean, it's fine because it's inside something stable, but I just think it needs to be, there needs to be more room on here. The little one in here that is the Tawate cross, it's just too crunched in there, and the one next door, which is Joseph Ginsburg, it's just taking over. And so I just don't want to bump the spikes because really you can see here how the leaves, because they are touching, that is from touching, that is not from anything else. They brown upon contact. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this, and what I'm going to do is set this in a basket and raise it up so that it gets better light, because Gigantea, unlike other Phalaenopsis, they like higher light in order to bloom. So I have this basket, and there is lava rock in the bottom already. And what I'm going to do is, after I get done within here, I'm going to be outside, and what I'm going to try to do is gently I'm just going to pack this with more sphagnum, or I'm not going to disturb it, because that's how I lost my other one, trying to take it off of a mount and put it onto another mount. So I don't want to make the same mistake twice. And I don't want these leaves bumping up on stuff, because that's how that happens. I want them to be long, beautiful leaves that, hang down free. So that's my objective with that one. And then that will free up this area to set this one in here, or the glass in there. Then that gives this one more room to grow. This is a new leaf. It did just lose that leaf. And then I can spread this shelf out a bit so that the plants have more room to grow. Gosh, my hands are eating a lot. Before I go, I found another spike, and it's down here. Hopefully that is going to be the spike, I think. Where's the tag? Yeah. Anyway, stay tuned, folks. You see it there? That's mine. Anyway. Thanks for watching. Enjoy orchids. Bye. Alright, now I'm back. And I got my coffee. And I got the Gigantea. I got the basket. I've got my Joy Spring Canary. And I've got a series of things that I can use. So I'm just going to start with this Joy Spring Canary because it's going to be the easier one. I'm just going to set the camera down and take it out. And yeah, this is barely, should have moistened this first. There's a root right there. So I am not going to fuss with this. I'm going to get the weeds out. And I'm just going to set this in this, because that's going to be the easiest thing. And then I'll just fill it. You can see how level it is or not. And it will hang down like such. That's how I'm gonna have it. So, okay, so as you see, have this in this position. The crown of the plant is over that way. I've got some more leca mix, some of that little Phalaenopsis mix with the leca. And I'm going to get some sphagnum. Where's my sphagnum? 1 second. So I'm just tucking it in. This will give it good moisture. And I'm not doing it too tight. Just want to make sure that it's like a top dressing. Sides, and that's pretty much it. Give it a good water, give it some shade, it'll go back in the greenhouse, and it'll hang up just like that. There's my tag. Okay, now with my Gigantea here, the purpose of this more or less is just to set it in this basket. It may be that I will see, and I don't want to. Do I have any scissors? I don't. But let me see if I can tease this a little bit out of this. I wish I had scissors. I would just poke through just slits, but because I don't want to disturb that, but I want some of it out. Okay, there we go. I got it, and I got the root. So I'm not even going to mess with that. I'm just going to plop it in, and that's not going to work. So let me find a bigger basket. Or let me see here. If I set it like this, yeah, I really don't want to mess with it so much. I'm almost inclined to leave it like that. Maybe putting, that's what I'm going to do. I am not messing with it because you can see those roots over here that I just don't want to mess with. So I'm just going to cover it with more new sphagnum, making sure that I don't damage the spike under here, there. But making sure it's in there, because I want those roots to go in to the basket eventually. So kind of am forcing it in, but I'm more or less just tucking it down so that there is not too much air in there. It'll keep it more secure in there because it is leaning, which is typical. That's how they want to be in nature. So I just want to put some more up here just to cover those roots. Give it more moisture. These like lots of water and they like lots of light, as Phalaenopsis do. So I'm really just trying to make sure that it's going to get the same moisture as it's been getting. So we're just going to put a little bit more I really wanted to be professional, or not professional, I could wrap this and just tie it down, and I may do that with a zip tie. It probably isn't necessary, and I would most likely do more damage, but I would just want to make sure that the roots are nicely covered, clear of the spike that's here, because this will in turn most likely turn and go down like the other spike that is there. So sorry that was a long video, but this is how it is going to be. And I think it looks so much better in that basket hanging down with the leaves free. And this one also as well. Probably could use, you know, something more to secure that root down, but it will be just fine once it gets watered. But my Gigantea, I love that presentation, folks. Really, really do. Make sure I get the tag out, which, what does it say? Gigantea, something main show versus something DC. So I'll have to put the date on that. And that's my video, folks. Thanks for watching.